She hid under the bed, terrified, watching her boyfriend collapse in front of her, but too afraid to make a sound. Outside, a gang of killers was brutally torturing him.
Honest truth, Mr. Phillip. I don't really give a flying fuck where those diamonds are.
Annie clearly remembered that during the bank robbery, they never saw any flash drive. Yet the killers kept pressing her boyfriend, demanding answers. Just as Annie was frozen in fear, a sharp blade stabbed straight through the mattress. Hearing her boyfriend's screams, Annie looked up in horror and spotted something taped beneath the bed frame. Peeling it off, she realized it was the flash drive. She quickly stuffed it inside her bra. Before she could even breathe, another blade pierced the bed again, this time cutting into her back. The searing pain was unbearable, but she bit down hard on the carpet to keep from making a sound. Her boyfriend was tortured to death before her eyes. Tears streamed down Annie's face. With nothing more to gain, the killers left in frustration. Annie crawled out, grabbed a gun from the floor, and crept up behind Steve, the man reporting to his superiors. She aimed, ready to avenge her boyfriend. But to her surprise, Steve's expression showed not a trace of fear. When she pulled the trigger, nothing happened. The gun was empty. She bolted out the door, with Steve's men shouting and chasing from the other room. Annie ducked into another room, slamming the door shut, but a killer's foot jammed it open. Annie snatched a loaded magazine off the floor, snapped it into the gun, and fired straight at the man's foot. She slammed the door just as Steve's reinforcements arrived, but when they burst inside, Annie was gone. While they searched the room, Annie had already slipped out the back, dragging the wounded man with her as a hostage. Using him as leverage, she edged her way toward the elevator. The doors finally closed, and Annie let out a shaky breath of relief, but she knew they wouldn't let her go so easily. By now, they were probably racing down another elevator. She darted into a nearby storage room, threw on a random disguise, and sprinted to the parking garage. She hot-wired a freshly washed car and floored the gas. The killers were on her tail immediately, leaning out the windows to fire at her. Annie slammed the accelerator, swerved hard, and yanked the handbrake. The car spun in a perfect drift, turning her in the opposite direction. But ahead, more killers were blocking the road. Annie didn't slow down. She gunned it straight toward them. Faced with her reckless charge, the men lost their nerve and leapt aside as Annie sped past. She escaped, at least for the moment. Annie rushed to a friend's house, finally feeling a sliver of safety, but she didn't know the killers had quietly followed her. When she explained everything, her friend grabbed a shotgun from the corner, sat down confidently, and prepared to fight. The killers burst in, blasting a mattress apart, but Annie wasn't hiding under the bed this time. Steve looked up and noticed the window above was open. Thinking she had jumped out, he didn't realize Annie was right above him, waiting.